Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, we made it to the final level, although it certainly took some effort, and we're going to go ahead and beat the game now. So is Michael going to be appearing up there on the ledge and making the level shift up? No, it's just going to start that automatically. Once again, this is a reference to a level in Castlevania 3 on the NES. A rather infamous level. One I've never played myself, but I've seen Sir Rosser attempt it several times. It was not a good time for the hand there. What keeps knocking me off the ledge out that... Oh, there was a checkpoint. I don't know, but there was... It seemed like something bumped me off the ledge at that spot, and that is not a good point to be facing the right direction. Wrong direction. And it wasn't even right, it was left. Oh, now I can't trigger it. No, well. It was kind of annoying when it happened anyway. Okay. There's the final hand of fate. So we are set up for having a good ending. Just to make sure here, by the way. Okay, yeah. I've got my recording software partly covered up. Oh wait, wrong way. So I couldn't tell whether it was on screen properly or not. Oh, right. It breaks. Well, on the bright side, I was considering losing on purpose so that I could get my lives back. Oh, the downside is my game window is going to go back over to the other screen. So, allow me to retrieve that again. But, at least I have the last hand of fate. I will say, at the very least, this is an interesting game mechanic. You just don't want to climb too high, because that could happen. Actually, Castlevania 3 had a lot of interesting game mechanics. It is definitely a technically impressive game. It just had the unfortunate situation of being an obnoxiously difficult game. Or so it seems. Having not played it myself, maybe everybody who I've seen play it just sucks at it. And you're just walking through the wall, so, okay. But I probably would suck at Castlevania 3 if I tried it too. And for the record, I have no intention of trying it anytime in the near future. There are other Castlevania games that I would prefer to try out first. Like Symphony of the Night, or the first Castlevania. Not sure if I'd want to play Castlevania 2. Castlevania 4 is one that I've played, but I haven't beat that one before. That time I did not get through that part unscathed. But on the bright side, I have reached the top of the level. And here we come to these guys. So, for whatever reason, the Master is collecting wives for Manos. Now, the movie did have a fight scene with all the wives, but our hero was not the one fighting the wives. In actuality, the wives were fighting among each other, and it was pretty fantastic seeing all those ladies in a cat fight. Please stop changing directions when I'm trying to get around y'all. Well, I'm gonna lose a life here. Their movements are very much random, and that is unfortunate. But good news is there's a 1-up every time before this fight. Unfortunately, there's not a 1-up before the final fight. But I guess I can kind of understand that. That would make things a little bit too easy if you had unlimited chances at the final boss. It is kind of a shame, by the way, that there's no story reason, as far as I can tell, that Torgo is suddenly the playable character. It's just an interesting situation, side character, unlockable sort of deal. No story reason. They just did it because... Okay, that just leaves you, and you're zigging and zagging and not helping. You have failed this, Torgo. For this, you must die. Oh, that reminds me of another scene from the movie. That line of dialogue did actually take place in the movie, but it was kind of interesting because the Master just kind of stood there the whole time, staring at Torgo after making that threat to kill him, and then like a minute later, the Master starts laughing maniacally and spreading his arms, much like you see now. It was a very non-threatening threat. I need to jump. Not so much spam the jump button. Just allow myself to get in a hit or two. And watch his arms. Because the Master is a slapper. Okay, well I obviously need that now, and of course you would just spawn right on top of the heart. Why wouldn't you? He needs to have a little bit more time before his hitbox triggers, because if he spawns on top of you, you are not getting away. And don't jump with the flames because you cannot outrun them. Okay, I call shenanigans with that one. Oh, stop that! Stop appearing on top of me! No, I cannot jump over the flames like that. Oh wait, yes I can. But I don't get too close to the edge of the screen because he does go there. Speaking of flames, the Master definitely did not have this ability in the movie. Did it! Manos, as thou hast decreed, so have I done. There's a few achievements. I rate this lodge 0 stars out of 5. Not recommended. So this time we win! And got the good ending. We'll just assume it was Mike's victory. Oh no, wait, no, we won't. We'll assume it was Torgo's victory. Because Torgo, he deserves a victory. I mean, he's a creeper who was trying to steal Mike's wife, but again, he's an endearing creeper. It is interesting, by the way, that Zombie Clay and Zombie Vampire Lady are in color during the credits. Come to think of it, Plan 9 from Outer Space was eventually redone in color. Originally in black and white, and then they added color, I think. Oh, by the way, in regards to James Ralph being on here, I think this game was kind of inspired by James Ralph, and that's why he's in the special thanks. We still get the end with a question mark, but the movie itself does. So, yeah. But hey, we got a better ending than the movie. A happy one, I think. Oh, Sir Roster says this is the same team that made the AVGN game. I can believe that, yeah. Well done! You are a super player. Yeah, well, I'm not super enough to try out the harder difficulties. I don't see any reason that it would be worth doing them, at least for this playthrough. Because, well, I mean, it'd be harder, but I'm not sure there's anything I could add to this playthrough for the sake of doing it again. So, I won't. Also, hello there, Wheatstone Holmes. I'm pretty sure that I am basically done here. Sort of. There is, at the very least, in regards to my next game. So, at the start of this playthrough the other day, there was something that I wasn't quite able to explain as well as I wanted. And that's how a lot of my commentary is reactionary. I'm so focused on the story or what I'm doing that it's hard for me to talk about anything besides what's going on screen. And that was definitely the case at the start of this playthrough, being blind and all. I think I got better though, kind of just talking about the movie and stuff, once I've learned the game and what comes up and that sort of thing. So, knowing a game well definitely helps. And one thing I'd like to do is have a casual playthrough, one where I can just kind of casually play and shoot the breeze, if you will. This game, once you get to know it, sure, I'm able to do that, but I think I want to do a game that I know through and through. And I think I actually know what game I want that to be. You'll have to find out what that game is later, though. In regards to streaming this week, I'm going to take this Saturday off again, but this should be the last Saturday that I take off, and from then on I'll be on my regular schedule, as usual, hopefully. So, expect my next stream on Monday, and as far as the game is going to be, well, I'm going to have my twin sister later today bring over my NES, because there's a couple of games that I want to revisit on it. So, look forward to that on Monday. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.